busy means productive, but it's not always the case, is it?
That's exactly right. And that's where I was sort of going with it. So I've got clients that are so ridiculously productive in every second of their day. People might look at them and go, oh, but they're not busy. But when they're not looking like they're busy, they've got all other things going on in their head. So they don't want to be thinking about life admin. That's someone else's problem. And to be honest, they're probably good delegators as well. So they know how to outsource and get someone else to do what is not productive to their day.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of More Clients, Less Effort. My guest today, Lisa Hawkins, hails from Melbourne, Australia, and is the founder of Life Balance Essentials, which is not a life coaching business. Life Balance Essentials is a bespoke service specializing in inbox management and life admin support for senior executives and business owners. With over a decade of experience in high-level executive assistance, Lisa helps clients streamline their workload, reclaim their time, and focus on what truly matters. Recognized for her strategic approach to organization and productivity, she has recently launched a membership platform that delivers workshops designed to equip professionals with essential time management skills. Lisa's passion lies in simplifying systems, reducing overwhelm, and creating sustainable strategies for lasting efficiency. Lisa, welcome to the show.
Hi, Tim. Thank you.
That's all. I love all of that because I'm sitting there going, oh, I could do some of that. How did you kind of first realize that people are not getting the balance right?
My own life. So you sort of start to go through, I was working 9 to 5. I had 2 young children. Admittedly, when they're in daycare, it was that little bit easier. But once they started to go to school, I've heard this mentioned before. Why isn't everyone in an uproar? People work 9 to 5 and the kids are at school 9 till 3. How does this work? And all of a sudden you go, things aren't balanced. And then once I started looking into it further, I went, there's ways to systemize, there's ways to make things easier. Maybe I could be doing this for other people. So yeah, it's my own world. And I'm constantly learning, like every day I'm like, you don't know what you don't know. So ChatGPT has changed my world, but is there a better way to be doing this?
We lose sight of the fact that the business is there to serve us.
Yeah.
Many times, not the other way around. And I'd love to get your thoughts on this because I've recently started rewriting my book that I started 5 years ago. We were talking about that just off air. I'm up to 100 pages. I don't know if I'll get any more into it or not. We'll see. But one of the things in that I was talking about was this idea that the business is there to serve us. We lose sight of that, right? And I want to know from your perspective, when did you first kind of notice that? What was that? Was it in your sort of corporate career as a sort of executive assistant and then going, hey, there's got to be a better way of doing this? Or was it when you got into your own business?
So one of my first jobs was actually, I tell everyone this, was actually at Bendigo Bank. And our CEO, I think he was at the time, basically their whole idea back then, this is before they became a bank, was just because it's always been done that way doesn't mean it can't be done better. And I learned that as a 19, 20-year-old. Yeah, and that has just assisted me my whole life. So you look at something and sometimes it gets me in trouble, but you look at something and you go, can this be done better? Just because it's always been done that way doesn't mean it should always be done that way. So yeah, that served me from a very young age.
Why was that particular message so impactful on you?
I think because every time probably up to that point and clearly beyond, I've always probably had that instilled in me anyway. I don't know why. I've always looked for, I don't know, there's always a better way. Maybe it's laziness. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that why should I take 4 hours to do something when I can do it in 4 minutes? So
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's that drive for innovation. I think in many ways, what's attracted me to automation and the work that we do with more clients has been the same thing. It's like am I an inherently lazy entrepreneur and wants to find an easy way so I can go and watch TV or do like literally anything else? Or
Yeah.
am I just being really efficient and recognizing that, as you said, that thing there is the tools and systems we have are there to help us be more effective at our work?
Yeah.
And why isn't everyone else doing that? I mean, I recall my last public service job in the federal government here and looking around going, I feel out of place. Why am I out of place? Is it the culture, or is this just,
That's
that's the
exactly right.
policy and that's the way we've always done things?
And it's so frustrating. I also have worked for government, and yes, it can be very frustrating to just have to live with it, and they don't want to change it. Yes. So
What was it
yeah.
for you that caused you to go, well, I'm going to do this for myself rather
Oh,
than
yeah.
as an
I mean,
employee?
that goes back again. The kids were going into primary school. I couldn't work 9 to 5. So it goes back there again. So then all of a sudden, there's got to be, I've got a lot of skill that I've learnt through my life, my career, my work, things I've done. Like we've built 4 houses. So you don't build 4 houses without learning a thing or two. And even things like I organized, this sounds ridiculous, but I organized my own wedding. Like I organized trips, I organized travel, like all this stuff. And then, yeah, I went, surely there's a business out there where other people need this stuff done for them. And that's when I started looking at it when the kids sort of got to that primary school age. It's like, I can't work 9 to 5 anymore. Yeah. So started investigating, found this industry called personal concierge, which is all about life admin.
What does life admin mean for a listener who's not come across this idea before?
Wow. They haven't come across it, but they're doing it every day. So life admin is that time you spend that's not working. It's not working on your business. It's not working in your business. It's everything else. So when we sit there and we go, oh, I've got to go through the personal inbox. I'm behind on paying bills. I want to book in for that conference, but I need to organize the travel for it. My financial planner keeps contacting me for documents and I'm not getting them to them. This is all life admin. I've been meaning to put in a claim for that phone that I dropped, an insurance claim, but I just didn't get around to it. This is all that stuff that you just keep putting off because
You need to organise the gardener or the cleaner or the,
yeah,
and not to pay that bill. Yeah,
that's exactly right. So yeah, there's so many.
I must admit the reminders with the admin fee is always it's always a good one. It's like, that's now a priority.
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly right. Yeah. And it's funny, most of our clients, believe it or not, start with us because they're actually not paying their bills. Not because they can't afford them, but because it's not a priority. Like we work with quite a few GPs, their priority and their days are filled. Like they get to work and they're seeing patients all day. So when do you fit all that in? You've got to make an inquiry with the local council. When do you fit that in? So yeah, that's what.
Is it just a thing for busy people to hire a personal concierge?
No, I will say no. It depends what your class is busy. So I don't want to.
We have this thing about, like, I think we have this on default position.
Yeah,
Someone we go, how are you? Oh, so busy.
yeah,
Like, are you actually busy, or are you just kind of fluffing around doing, like, are you productive?
that's right. It's
We assume
productive.
that busy means productive, but it's not always the case, is it?
That's exactly right. And that's where I was sort of going with it. So I've got clients that are so ridiculously productive in every second of their day. People might look at them and go, oh, but they're not busy. But when they're not looking like they're busy, they've got all other things going on in their head. So they don't want to be thinking about life admin. That's someone else's problem. And to be honest, they're probably good delegators as well. So they know how to outsource and get someone else to do what is not productive to their day. So I'm not going to sit there and say they're not busy people because they are, but probably not in the normal sense of they would probably never class themselves as busy, to be honest. But I believe they genuinely are. So yeah, because yeah.
You touched on, I guess, outsourcing financial management. which we do with a financial planner and an accountant, right?
Oh, exactly.
But for some reason we don't do with bills. What's the fear that people have to kind of let go of some of those things that they go of?
It's interesting because there is already, like, you can get your bookkeeper, for example, to pay your bills. There are bookkeepers that will do that. And we actually find when a client comes to us, they're already at a stage where they're happy to hand everything over. They're already at that. So we have a question that we ask all new clients. The question is, what do you need us to do? And as ridiculous as that sounds, it tells us whether they're the right fit for what we do. So the answer to that, if we get, I need you to do everything, we know they're in a space where they're able to let go. And believe it or not, they're usually the most successful business owners because they know how to let go of certain roles. So that one that says, yeah, I just need you to take over and do everything, we know that's going to work. So they're ready for us to jump in and pay their bills, have access to their credit cards so we can do things for them, book their travel, whatever it might be with their credit cards. The person that comes to us and says, I need you to do this specific thing, chances are we're not paying their bills. So we kind of know where they're going.
Yeah, you sort of work up to it, right?
We do, yeah. Look, to be honest, it doesn't always work. Most of the time they actually need someone more, how do I put it, day to day. Like they need someone in there beside them more so.
Yeah, the personal assistant, the personal concierge,
the actual personal assistant. And most of the time they won't let people touch their life admin. So they think we're the right people, but they actually need someone in the business working with them.
Yeah, I think it's one of the things we sort of see in popular culture in movies, particularly if you've got a movie star with the assistant, running errands, picking up sandwiches, getting a coffee, right? But for some reason, we don't really think about it in our own lives to go, well, how can I be the most efficient at what it is that I do? And I'm increasingly drawn back to this concept I learned in Year 12 economics.
Yeah.
Right? There's this idea of effective specialization. It might even be in Year 11 economics, actually. Effective specialization. I do this thing very well, and the more of that I do, the more output that we create.
Yeah.
Right. And everything else that I can do, but probably shouldn't do, I need to find someone else to go and do that. And even if I don't know who the right person is, I need to find someone who can then go and find the right person.
Who knows the right person? Yeah, that's
right?
exactly
and
right.
That's where we probably want to be thinking a little bit differently about how do we do the stuff, right? And again, coming back to the purpose of our business is to create a lifestyle that we want.
Yeah.
Not necessarily be the business.
Yeah.
Right? Not start at 7 a.m. and finish at 7 p.m. every single day of the week and beat our chest and go, oh my God, I'm so busy. This is amazing. This is what everyone wanted, right? We actually started our business to go and create a lifestyle. In your case, Lisa, it really was to be able to spend more time with the kids.
Yeah, that's
now
exactly
that they're
right.
16, 18, you might need to find something else to do at this time.
Yeah. And that's why we've created the membership, right?
They're like,
yeah,
we don't want anything to do with you anymore.
Right. Yeah. I need more things now. Yeah.
Right, so any more things, right? We can start to add on that stuff as well. And the same thing for me was, I remember a conversation with my now ex-wife, ironically, several years ago, and I was doing the same thing. I was working crazy hours and getting so locked into wrangling this thing to be the success that I wanted it to be. I sort of lost sight of the fact that, well, I was doing that so that I'd be able to spend time with the family.
Yeah. Ironically,
I could have actually just spent time with the family.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You would have been more productive spending time with the family and then doing
and let's face it, after a long day at work, when we come home and there's that pile of bills there, we go, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I know it's a huge thing. And we've actually done, I think we're going to get to this anyway, but we actually send out Google Forms to new clients, and the stats are starting to show that most people spend at least an hour a day on life admin. And that's just because their processes aren't really set up. So yeah, like before they come near us at all and they're overwhelmed, because you've got to include emails in that. So how much time do people spend on their emails every day? If you're not set up correctly, you're overwhelmed by it. So yeah, it's like 7 hours a week. That's insane. That's
email.
7 hours a week that you can be doing, well, not even email, that's just life admin. But Think what you could do with that 7 hours a week.
Pretty amazing. Let's talk systems then. We're going to drill into a couple. You talked Google Forms there. I know that yours, you linked them to your Calendly booking.
Yeah.
Break that down for me, right? So is it Calendly, you send a link to the Google form and then to the calendar, or do you do the calendar then the form? What does that process look like? What are those forms?
Yeah, so I probably should have one up in front of me, but let me think of the process. So people, I'm going to go through it myself. People book in through Calendly. As part of the Calendly reply, I have the Google, sorry, I've got to think about this. I've got the Google form that goes out to them as part of the,
Thanks for booking.
Thanks for
Please
booking.
fill this out.
Yeah, please make sure you complete this form. And that's the whole point of that form, is to find out what that particular inquiry is about. So are you looking, we literally ask questions like, are you looking for a service that's 1 hour a week? Are you looking at 5 hours a week, looking at ongoing support? And we put and this form gets changed nearly every time we have an inquiry, because we base it around what we want to learn from clients.
It's really the iterative process to go, I didn't quite get the information I wanted. I had to go and ask these questions.
Yes.
Meeting everywhere. I think you find that really interesting, because so often when we create Calendly forms or calendar booking forms, the default is first name, last name, email, maybe phone number.
Yeah.
Great. All right. And then there might be a sort of free text box that says, if anything that can help you prepare for this meeting. Right. But it's just like when we ask for referrals, if we say somebody or anybody, nothing comes to mind. And that box is very much the same. I've often found when we've used something like that before, like it doesn't get populated anything, or it's got a full stop in it or a space or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So there's nothing to go and prepare for the meeting. We almost need to be really much more guided and deliberate in the questions we ask.
Yeah.
So that we can almost skip that first 5 minutes or 10 minutes of conversation to go, well, I already know what you're here for and what your outcome you're looking for and that sort of stuff.
And it sets the client up as well, so they know what to expect. Like we even put in there, do you want to spend $5 a month, or do you want to spend $50,000 a month? That's over the top, but
okay.
But we do put those questions in there, and it sets the client up before they even start speaking to us. So they have an expectation of where they're looking at going with this sort of service as well. Are we looking at a membership platform, or are we looking at an ongoing service for the rest of our lives? Yeah. So that's why we keep, I'm trying to think of the word, but we keep playing with that form, because
it's iterating, improving.
Yeah, improving. Like there's always new things we add to that.
Well, we've got this Japanese word here, kaizen, appropriate for this particular one. Continuous and never-ending improvement.
There you go. Kaizen. K-I.
There's a word in there. K-A-I-Z-E-N.
Yeah.
Which means that kind of continuous iteration of going, what have we learned? What can we make better? And I think this is the thing that we want to be doing as business owners. We don't want to rest in our laurels and say, this is the be all and end all of all things for all time. Stuff changes. Again, I've got a reference back to my book here, that once you've set up an automation for something, that's not the end of it. You need to tweak your copy, change the thing, add an email, put an extra tag in, whatever it happens to be, update it based on the feedback that you're getting about whether it's working for you or not. And over time, things will change. That's
exactly right. And even one of the things I've started doing as well, as crazy as it sounds, when they do updates, like we work in a lot of different email platforms. I say a lot, generally Gmail and Outlook. So, but they can come.
Too
to
some people.
But they come from a whole variety of places. So, but anyway, so when they do an update, whether it be the platform providing the email or the actual, or Outlook or Gmail or even Apple, whenever they do an update, read those updates, because you didn't know something can be done. And then all of a sudden you read these updates and go, like, so often I will miss something and go, can that be done? And it was released like a year ago. So I sit there and go, I could have been doing this for a whole 12 months. So, because you don't read the updates. So it's worth taking the 30 seconds to have a read of those updates, Sorry, go into
Yeah, no, I completely get it, right? This is what you want someone else to do for you. Read the updates and tell me what I need to know.
Yeah, if you want to look at ways to systemize, yeah, it's definitely go through and
Well,
do that.
systemization is definitely the thing that allows you to do more with less. I want to talk because you've got a few things that you do and an area of expertise of yours. Let's talk LinkedIn.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because I know you've got some interesting strategies there.
Mhm.
Right. So how do you get business in the first place? All right. Obviously referral. We know that.
Yeah, definitely referrals. We are going through a process of, can I say the program?
If you want to.
Yeah.
Put a link. We'll put a link in the show notes as well.
Well, it's not ours. I've purchased it. So
Yeah.
I've purchased a program that it will set, and it needs tweaking, look, to be honest. But it's a process where it sends out an invite to LinkedIn people, and we tell it specifics about who we're looking for. So it sends out an invite, they accept our invite, then it has a sequence of responses. And AI is still learning. So sometimes, and this is where I need to learn the program better, because I have got someone else sort of running it in the background. And I need to learn the program better because, yeah, there's been situations where someone will respond, I definitely want to know more. AI goes back and says, great, excellent, let's get in touch. An hour later, hey, we haven't touched base yet. Are you ready? And an hour later, let's touch base. It's like, so we need to fix that
a little bit too aggressive.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I've seen one company who built an automation and literally there were no delays between the messages and they sent out 27 emails in the space of 1 minute.
Yeah.
per customer that went into the sequence.
Yeah.
But we can come back to the thing, right? Whether we're using outreach on LinkedIn or whether we're using emails or follow up on Calendly, we've got really only 3 building blocks that we're playing with here, don't we? Right? The first one is the action that we want to take, right? So we're triggering and it says connect, right? Oh, sorry, the event, right? The second one is the action we want to take, and the third one is when. So connect, send follow-up message. When do we want to send out a follow-up message? Within a few minutes, within a day, within an hour.
Yeah.
Then we want to wait and send another email, not an hour later.
And that's just, and that's where we need to work on that. I actually turned it off for the moment because I just, this is a little bit overwhelming, but I have got a team working with me at the moment to try and fix it. So yeah, it's scary to let AI take over to some extent, but when it gets it right, it's actually really good.
It's probably not any different from actually letting an employee take over.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Yes.
They haven't quite understood your instructions, and then they're going to put out something that you never really wanted in the first place.
Yes, it's just, you're right. It's another employee. That's how we need to consider AI.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's pivot. I want to throw a bunch of random questions at you because we do that at the end of the show to take us out. All right. And because you're in the life admin space, I want to know for everybody, I'm sure everyone's sitting here going, please tell me this one. What is your favorite productivity hack?
Productivity hack?
Yeah.
Okay, unsubscribes. So,
ooh,
yeah.
Okay, we're going to go there.
Hey?
I wasn't expecting you to go there, but unsubscribes.
Oh, yeah, because we're in inboxes every day. So it's anything I can find in an inbox that makes life better. Honestly, this is the most basic thing ever. The search function in your email. Like, utilize it. So if you want to unsubscribe to something in the most easiest fashion, there are programs, there are systems, there is everything out there. But if you want to unsubscribe to something and delete them out of your inbox, literally do a search and it brings up, oh, sorry, I'm going to take a minute to answer this. It brings up all those. So let's say you do Virgin, and I don't mean to pick on Virgin. They come off the top of my head. So let's say you do Virgin, it's going to bring up all the Virgin emails. But within Virgin emails, there could be 5 different places that those emails are coming from. They could be coming from sales, they could be coming from bookings, they could be coming from info. So when you do a search on Virgin, it picks up all of those. So then you can go into each one of those, unsubscribe, and then you can just archive or delete.
So don't just select all and go spam.
No, exactly, because
You might actually want to keep the booking ones.
you probably haven't picked them all up by doing that. And to say spam, it actually takes a bit of time when you do that. Are you talking about blocking and then saying it's spam?
Yeah, well, I mean, you've still got to effectively train your email client
Exactly.
what's spam. So just clicking spam on one thing won't automatically make everything spam.
No, that's exactly right. I mean,
And probably don't do that. It's not very good for them either. Just unsubscribe, guys. Actually, well,
no.
I'm just on the unsubscribed because I know that people sort of hide the unsubscribes in lots of spaces and hide the unsubscribe. The unsubscribe is there for people who don't want to be on the list anymore. Let them go.
Oh, that's
And it
exactly
has to
right.
be there. Like all good, reputable email providers will force you to have the unsubscribe there.
Make sure you've got an
and you should not, because otherwise you're in breach of the Spam Act.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And what was I going to say? You don't necessarily want people on there that don't want to be on there. So if they don't want to see your emails, they're probably not the people you want seeing your emails anyway.
That's a good tip. I'm going to try that. I'm going to go through my inbox like literally after this call and do unsubscribe.
Now, I'm pretty sure it's Gmail and Outlook.
No, I need to remember how to spell unsubscribe. There we go.
There's actually a button.
Oh my God. Top email in my inbox, Lisa Hawkins.
There you go. Oh no, don't unsubscribe. That was just an email. Wait till you start getting my newsletters. Yeah. That's probably the most basic that you can do today.
That's a great tip. I really like that one. What do your kids think you do?
I don't think they have any idea. I've asked them, and they tell people that I do life admin. That's what they tell people. And when people ask what that is, they're like, I don't know, but she's on the computer all the time.
They just glaze over and say, sure, okay, move on. Where do you work from?
Ringwood, based in the outer east of Melbourne.
So work from home?
Oh, no. So I am at home. Yeah. So no, I'm in a co-working space. Yeah. So, but I have come home. I came home over Christmas. And I didn't go back.
What do you think the pros and cons of a co-working space are?
So we're in a great co-working space. The pros are, for me, is that it's a working space. So some of them are very chatty. I couldn't work in a space like that. So we call ours the working co-working space. So yeah, you are there to work. The cons, sometimes they're allowed people talk on the phone, Zoom.
Yeah, not sure it worked for me. I'm on Zoom all day long.
Yeah, but I mean, we're in a space where you don't generally hear everyone Zoom. So yeah.
Zoom is also quite good at cutting out background noise, surprisingly.
I know. It's actually really good. Yeah. I don't disagree.
Let's go with this. Where should people start if they're going to try and do their own life admin? I mean, you mentioned an hour a day. What's the thing that people can do to gain significant, I guess, control over their life admin?
Oh, autoresponders. Straight off the bat. Send out an autoresponder to every single email. I am busy. I may not contact you for up to 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever your time limit is. Send that out straight away. That way you don't have to respond to every email as soon as it comes in.
Love that. Who's been your most important professional mentor?
I would say my family just got home, so I'm going to try and stop them from walking in. There we go.
My family.
Sorry about that. People laugh at me, but it's okay. For me, it's Kris Jenner. There's a reason.
Okay. We were talking maths pre-show as well.
You can see where my television viewing goes. No, the reason is, like, how do I put this? They all run very successful businesses. And if you watch the Kardashians, they don't sit on their laurels and just let it all come. They go out and they find it. And Kris is one of those people, she will see an opportunity and she'll keep going after it. Like, she doesn't just sit back and go, oh, I'm Kris Jenner, it'll just come to me. She literally goes out there and chases it. And she does that for her whole family. And the way the family looks after each other, like, it just, yes, there's a business in this, but they genuinely look after each other. Like, just absolute blows my mind. I have 2 kids. She has like 5 or 6.
I'll stop doing one. I'll stop when I was ahead with one. What's an initiative on your whiteboard now that wasn't there 30 days ago?
Okay. We are doing an inbox detox 5-day challenge.
What about that?
Hey, sorry.
Tell me about the inbox detox.
It's free.
Right.
So that's the first thing. And what we're going to be doing with that, so every day you will receive, so there'll be live and emails, and there's a whole heap of support that comes with it. But in a nutshell, we provide a basic challenge and we provide a high-end challenge. So this has come from members within the current membership, because some of those members are at a high end, but they still have questions around their inbox. And there are things there they're not doing that they could be doing better. So we're creating it so that it's for everybody. Yeah, and you will get the support, and there'll be a social wall, so you can, at the end of each day, go, I just cleared my inbox. I cleared 20,000 emails out of my inbox. And so there'll be opportunities to celebrate and get excited. And
I'm slightly horrified at the number of, I'm actually going to look. Where's my inbox? Mail. Wonder how many. I'm actually going to have a look, because I'm curious to know how many emails in my inbox. I probably can't find it on my phone. I hate to think, but it'll be a few. I think I know I had 26,000 or 30,000 or something for a little while there. I'm like, oh my God.
So there's actually ways you can archive. Look, I'm an inbox fanatic, so I like a clean inbox. And there is actually ways you can archive like a whole, like 10 years worth in one go. That'll be part of the inbox detox challenge.
Awesome. Well, we're going to put details of the inbox detox in the show notes, which will be awesome. So check that out, guys. That's going to be brilliant. And look, even that little quick win, I think it would make a huge difference for you. Let's do this one. Let's go. What's your favorite color? What does it say about you?
My favorite color is blue.
So we're about to have a Monty Python moment where you're going to go blue, no, green, and then you just get thrown into the abyss, right?
No, this is what I don't know. I don't know what it says about me.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Let's go with this. If you won $10 million tomorrow in the lottery, what would you spend it on?
Pay off my mortgage, and maybe get another 20 mortgages. I don't know. No, we would travel. So we've got this dream of doing a 3-year cruise.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I would get on that 3-year cruise. I keep working though, because I actually love what I do. So I'd still keep working, and great to see. I'd be able to afford the Wi-Fi if I had 10 million.
You'd probably need $10 million just to afford the Wi-Fi.
I could actually buy my own satellite.
Actually, I caught up with my aunt and uncle the other day, and they're about to embark on a 190-day cruise from England, I believe London or Dover or somewhere, and go up the north coast of the west coast of Norway. That's the east coast of Norway. There isn't one.
No, I'm trying to think which side. No, it's west. Yeah,
west coast, across to Greenland, down past the US, through Panama, and then through the Pacific, and get off in Sydney. Really?
That's amazing. So are they from England?
No.
So they come home?
They're Queenslanders. Probably should say it all for everyone who knows about Queenslanders. Let's go. I was going to
make a joke, but I won't.
Last question. I know, terrible. Sorry, everybody in Queensland. We love you. We do. If you could have coffee with any historical figure, who would you choose and why?
Oh, now you've got me. Wow. I haven't thought about this. Probably. I just, again, you're going to understand my viewing of my. Now I'm trying. This is so bad. George Michael. I just miss him. Like his music, I just think so trashy. Nothing deep about that. I just love George Michael.
There you go. I love how your personal life is an absolute escape from all the admin structure. That's brilliant.
So far.
Fantastic. Lisa, thank you so much for jumping on the show today and sharing with your tips and advice on how to systemize your life admin. Guys, we're going to put a few links in the show notes where you can find Lisa and upcoming 5-day challenge to detox your inbox. It's a bit of a mouthful, that one, isn't it? But yeah, thanks for coming on the show. So I really appreciate your advice.
Thanks for having me.
Guys, and if you've enjoyed today's show, please like, share, and do all that cool stuff. Give us a review if you're comfortable leaving 5 stars, not 1 star and saying it's amazing, or 5 stars and saying it's terrible. 5-star reviews are good. And we'll catch you on another episode real soon. Take care.